In a recent development, the International Monetary Fund has announced its inability to reach a staff-level agreement with Sri Lanka during its first review under the $2.9 billion bailout package. The primary concern cited is the potential shortfall in government revenue generation. Despite Sri Lanka's commendable progress in implementing essential reforms and tentative signs of economic stabilization, the IMF cautioned that the path to full economic recovery remains uncertain with subdued growth momentum. Join us as we dive deeper into IMF's assessment and its implications for Sri Lanka's financial stability. In a recent development, the International Monetary Fund has dropped a bombshell following its extensive two-week assessment of Sri Lanka. The IMF disclosed that no staff-level agreement was reached during the first review of Sri Lanka's $2.9 billion bailout package. The primary culprit behind this impasse? A looming shortfall in government revenue. While the IMF did commend Sri Lanka for its efforts in implementing vital yet challenging reforms, it did not mince words regarding the nation's economic outlook. It issued a stark warning that Sri Lanka's journey to economic recovery remains precarious, with growth momentum lagging behind expectations. Despite early indicators of stabilization in the nation's economic metrics, a full-scale rebound appears elusive. Furthermore, the IMF raised a red flag concerning revenue mobilization. Despite showing improvement compared to the previous year, projections indicate a worrisome deficit of nearly 15% by year-end.
Sri Lanka has made commendable progress in implementing difficult but much-needed reforms. These efforts are bearing fruit as the economy is showing tentative signs of stabilization. Inflation is down from a peak of 70% to today 1.3%, and gross international reserves increased by $1.5 billion between March and June this year, and shortages of essentials have eased.
In response to this fiscal setback and to boost governance, the IMF hammered home the urgent need for Sri Lanka to bolster its tax administration, scrap tax exemptions, and launch an aggressive crackdown on tax evasion. These measures are seen as important in shoring up revenues and ensuring the sustainability of economic stabilization efforts. Moreover, the release of the second tranche of approximately $330 million under the lending programs remain contingent on the achievement of a staff-level agreement. Unfortunately, there is no fixed timeline for when this accord might be sealed. Amid these fiscal hurdles, Sri Lanka has experienced some rays of hope in recent months. Notably, the nation has witnessed a significant drop in inflation, with rates plummeting to as low as 1.3% in September. Additionally, the Sri Lankan currency has staged a remarkable recovery, appreciating by approximately 12%, while foreign exchange reserves have seen a welcome boost.
Discussions are ongoing, and the authorities are continuing to make progress on their plans for revenue mobilization targets, anti-corruption efforts, and other important structural reforms.
While Sri Lanka's pursuit of economic stability holds promise, it remains ensnared by fiscal uncertainties. The IMF's decision to halt a staff-level agreement highlights the urgency of maintaining diligence and pursuing robust reforms to safeguard the nation's financial well-being and drive a sustainable recovery.